good stinking morning on this Monday. I figured I would just take you along with me today, give you guys a little inside scoop on what a day looks like, and I have been super serious, super passionate, and super focused on being that Proverbs 31 woman, being that virtuous woman. But primarily, I feel like reading that chapter growing up was kind of like, okay, cool, like that's who I want to be when I grow up, and that's what my hero or what my role model is, and kind of having those qualities and being that kind of person. But I think it was last Wednesday, or I think it was 2 Wednesdays ago, my pastor at my church for Bible study went over Proverbs 31. We were talking about the virtuous woman and things like that. And I don't know, it hit home so hard. But I feel like it's just because I'm getting married next month. So, literally all of that flooded and was like, okay, well, this is where you should be. How can I best be a virtuous woman towards not only Alex, but my family, and future household and things like that. And so lately I've been on such a kick of getting up early, being productive, getting my stuff done, and just all around being that virtuous woman. And so I personally know that previously when I would get up at 5 o'clock and go to the gym before I did anything else, my body just functioned so well, and that's personally what worked for me. So figured I would take you guys along with me on this journey of being a virtuous woman. But I'm gonna start the day off by making my protein shake so I can drink it while I'm reading my Bible and kind of get that in my system and have that be my breakfast. I am getting back in the groove of protein shakes and trying to cook and whatnot, because normally Alex cooks dinner for me and I'm not
alone in the kitchen.
No, he does it out of love and me not having to do things. But I'm gonna get back in the groove of my protein shakes, eating on a schedule or more routinely, cleaning and homework and whatnot. So I think I'm gonna start with I'm gonna do a couple dishes so I can make my protein shakes. I just made one yesterday. Then I'm gonna make the protein shake and I'm gonna read my Bible. At 11, we have a therapy session. As I explained in the first video, Alex and I thought it'd be beneficial for us each to individually do therapy and talk about things with our therapist. And then continue that into once we're married. And just go on a need to go basis basically. So I'm really excited for that. Then after the therapy, depending on how much I was able to get done, I think after therapy I'll go straight to the gym. Yes, now that I've talked for a hot minute, let us get on our way. I'm probably going to time lapse a couple of these things just so it's not a 45-minute video, because that's ridiculous. So yes, let me do the dishes and make my protein shake. Okie dokie. Now that we have our smoothie made, we are going to read our Bible. So let us begin, because again, I've got therapy at 11 and I gotta get ready and everything. And so I got through most of it the other day, but I didn't finish Ephesians 5 just because I was getting so in depth with it. But I'm really excited to be learning so much before getting married, and I just thank the Lord for the chance and opportunity to get that wisdom before we actually get married. I feel like a lot of the time people don't get this information and stuff like that until afterward. Oh, there's somebody walking down the aisle, and I was like, wait a second. That low-key looks like Alex. But it's not. That was weird. He had like the same build and everything, but I was like, what? That's not him. Okay. Anyway, let us begin our journey and finishing Ephesians 5. Alrighty, so as you guys just saw, I finished my walk. I guess I'll do a little recap, because in between the time of like finishing reading my Bible and going to therapy, I cut it a little close. So as you guys saw, I was reading my Bible and whatnot, and I was taking note on Ephesians 5. So that was really nice. And I'm really glad that like I now have this reflection journal. I have it in purple. I have it in purple, and that is like my YouTube content journal of like my ideas and how I want to structure my videos and whatnot. And then I got this one just for like reflection, for therapy, and things like that. And so just because I thought it was a good idea to write down what I wanted to talk about in therapy, because I go on such rabbit trails. Most of you will probably know I've never really been like a reflection journal girly. But as I said, I'm really trying to get into that virtuous woman mindset and practice. And I feel like reflection is super important, because if you don't really sit down and kind of see where you're at and see where you can better yourself, what you're improving in, and like acknowledge those things, then you're missing out. And so I really want to start doing that, and I think that that'll be beneficial, especially as like Alex and I have been having more hefty topics and things like that in conversations. It's nice just to jot down the things that we go over, and how I can reflect on that within myself. So I'm really excited. So yeah, let me go to the bank and get this stuff going so we can clean. Also, it's only 1 something, and I feel so productive today, which would be nice, because then I can reward myself later with like watching some TV or something. But anyway, now that I'm home, I'm going to load the dishwasher, and then I'm gonna literally like scurry and hurry up and get through these clothes, because I'm hitting my wall. I'm so tired, but I want to get this stuff done and get as much done as I can. So I'm gonna put this stuff in the dishwasher, and then we'll go upstairs and we'll tackle all these clothes. I'll take some trash bags, and then we'll get in the process of like taking them to go put them in like donation bins and things like that. And then I'll probably leave like a bag or 2 for my mom to take to the lady she knows that we give my clothes to. So let's get this party restarted. Okie dokie, welcome to my bedroom. You guys have not seen up here yet. I haven't filmed anything up here. So yes, this is the first time that you guys have seen the room. This is obviously just the corner, but this is where the closet is at, and that's where we're gonna be doing most of our work. I am going to try and go ahead and do what I normally do, to where like if I keep one thing, I have to get rid of one thing, and I feel like that'll kind of automatically cut my wardrobe in half. So I was starting to hit my slump. So I think I'm gonna go get my iPad and play music while we're doing this, so it's not just quiet, but also I can record on my phone.
I was gonna get my AirPods and everything, but it'll probably be better for it to be on speaker, and if I need to hear anything else, I can hear whatnot, what be it, all that good jazz. So I just loaded up the dishwasher. It is going right now, and then I washed the stuff that could not fit in the dishwasher, so there are no more dishes right now, which is beautiful. So let's go ahead and get these clothes done so that I can start my homework. Whew, I wanted to do the thing where I sit down last because, as I said, I'm starting to hit that slump of being tired. So I was like, if I sit down, I'm not going to want to get back up and do my clothes. So let's tackle this mountain.
Y'all, I am beat. I'm currently at Gabe's because yesterday my mom and my grandma came here and she told me they have like most of their decorations and things like that on sale. So I'm excited for that. Just because this will be like the first time Alex and I get to like decorate a house. I mean, I know technically it's still like not our house, but we're almost there, and by the time that like fall officially really hits here, I feel like it'll actually be ours, because I mean it'll be our house technically starting like October 19th, so we'll be able to decorate and things like that. So I'm excited. So I'm gonna look at what we have, and even though it's not like officially our house, we still can decorate together, and things like that, and he'll still see it. It's not like he lives out of the state or something until October. But yeah, let me go ahead and get on in here so that I can get home and get to my homework and cook dinner. So, oh my goodness. Okie dokie. We are in the last leg of the day. I just got back from the store and now I'm gonna do my homework. I'm probably just gonna do my discussion question that's due tonight and call it a wrap because I'm fried. And then I'll get up early tomorrow and I'll do most of my homework tomorrow and get that over with. It's not due until Wednesday. I was just trying to get ahead and whatnot. But since I cleaned like the entire bedroom, I cleaned the entire content room, like the dishes, I cleaned the kitchen, and everything of that nature, I think tomorrow my main focus will just be doing my homework. And then if I finish, it'd be nice, I can try to organize and clean the office and put some more stuff away, and get some things off the floor. That'll be really nice. And kind of like organize through that and go through it and get rid of a couple things that I'm not using. But yes, or I'll probably, depending on how much I get done tomorrow, I might maybe edit this. We'll see. But as I said, I'm really just focusing on trying to be like a virtuous woman, especially with going into being a wife next month. I really just want to work on being somebody who can support their household. Obviously, I know they always talk about like the man is the head of the household, but the woman also has to play a part in that as well. And it's not like they can't do anything or that they shouldn't do anything. We just still have to respect the man and understand that he is the leader of the two. But we still have to pull our weight. And so I've just been trying to be mindful and respectful of his time. And I know that if I'm not mindful and respectful of my time and doing what I need to do with my time when like I'm by myself, or like while he's working doing what he needs to do, then that's not fair to him. Even the things as small as like cleaning, because it's like in a sense this is going to be his house too. And when we are married and things like that, it's like, okay, well, I'm working all day as the man, what are you doing? And so it's just respectful on my part to pull my end of the weight, and make sure that I'm holding myself accountable and doing what I need to do to upstand the household and everything and my portion of the marriage. So
I've just been trying to be as on track and timely and accountable with myself as I can in every area. So I've been trying to clean more and make sure things stay clean, be respectable of my time. Also just because if I'm not doing stuff in a timely manner, then the time that we do get to spend together is spent doing things I should have already done, and that's not fair, and vice versa. So if he's not doing his portion and he's not doing the things that he needs to do, then that's not fair. When I'm like, oh great, okay, it's like Saturday, we can go hang out, we're both off, and then it's like, oh, we can't because I have to do this, and this, just because I didn't do it throughout the week because I didn't feel like it. And so then it's like, oh, okay, well there goes our plan, or there goes the opportunity for us to like have a date or something. And so I'm just trying to be really respectful of that and what I do with my time and be super productive. So within that, I've also been trying to think of like what I bring to the table in the future, like as a wife, and what I bring to the relationship, just because that's important as well. Like each member of the relationship is important and has a role that they need to play. And I feel like it would be easy to kind of get lost and being one and not really understanding your individual roles if you don't know it beforehand. And so I've been focusing a lot lately also on being respectable to him. And I was reading Ephesians 5 this morning, and I read it Saturday as well, but just jotting down what it means to be that submissive wife, and what my role in that is, and how a wife goes about her daily business, basically, or what the instructions are for marriage, because that's literally what it is. It's instructions for marriage. And one of the main things that I took away from that is that I have to respect my husband, or Alex, in our relationship, and respect that he is the leader, and respect that within that he is not going to abuse that, and he's leading me through love, not in a, oh, you gotta do what I say kind of thing. And so I'm just really excited to figure out the field of marriage and allow just us to mature in that way and just see where God takes us. And lately it has been taking me down this super productive, getting structured route. So we recently just communicated and decided that we're gonna try to kind of blend our schedules, just because it's kind of hard to have two like whole separate lives and then try merging them together to living together and things like that. And so with his work hours being different than mine, we also want to respect the fact that like we need sleep, but also respect the fact that we want to be able to spend time together. And so we decided collectively that we're going to try getting up at 7 and going to bed at 11. So that way we both get plenty of sleep. We can do what we need to do in the morning and whatnot and get our stuff done before work. And then when he gets off, we're gonna eat dinners together just to kind of have that grounding moment in the day together, and then go to our respective places. So that'll be really nice, because leading up to like last week, we were both kind of on that track of like, okay, well, this period between like engagement and marriage, we have to work on ourselves and figure out like where God wants us and allow us to get to where we need to be for marriage and things like that. And then like last week it slapped us both in the face of like, interesting, like you're working towards a celebration of union and becoming one separately. And so we're trying to become one, but we're doing it individually in separate areas, separate spaces, and things like that. And so we thought previously that it was a good idea to try to spend less time together to kind of figure out like who we are and have that reflection time and things like that. But it just hit us in the face last week of like, we're working toward union separately, like individually, not talking about it. And so it was like, we had good intentions, but we've just realized lately that like the more time that we've been spending together, the closer we have felt, and more on one accord we've felt, and we've had a lot of really good conversations and things like that, and so we were like, what were we doing? But anyway, so it's been really nice this past week to kind of fine-tune those things and get on the same page of like, okay, well, this is what we want to do, because there's only 40 days until we get married. And so it's been kind of nice to kind of, we understand there's going to be trial and error, but that's why we want to kind of start now, just to kind of ease our way into it when we are married, when we are living together and things like that. So starting this week, it's best because we're packing up his apartment and trying to move stuff here, so that in October after the wedding, we don't have to move stuff. Like, he's already here, and his stuff is here, but he won't be here until the wedding. But we just thought it would be less stressful to try to do all that closer to the wedding or right after the wedding. It'd be nice just to be able to reside in our home. So we're super excited, but let me start my homework and get this over with, because your girl is tired. So thank you for coming along with me and seeing kind of how I like to be a virtuous woman and what it means to me and the steps I'm taking to get there. I probably will do more videos like this of like what I do in a day and things like that, and then feed in like the topics that you guys want me to talk about and things that God lays on my heart to go over. So yes, I'm super excited for where this continues to go, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this kind of video. If you did, obviously comment, let me know. Give me some feedback, it's always greatly appreciated. And as always, let us continue to be peculiar people.